This is TWiT.
To a tiny house or to a micro apartment, both of them are essentially about the same idea of making do with less or sustainability. Now, but what if a tiny house, what if a micro apartment, what if one of those really small places was still too big for you? What if you looked at that and you said, oh, that looks interesting, but well, I don't really need a house at all. I just need some place to sleep. I need some place to put my clothes. I need some place to park my butt when I'm tired. Well, if that's the case, you probably need to talk to sustainability guru, Professor Jeff Wilson. He's the dean of Houston-Tillotson University College in Austin, Texas. He holds a PhD in environmental sciences from the University of Canterbury. He's a respected associate professor of biological sciences, and he's the recipient of one of the most competitive teaching honors in the United States, the Regents Outstanding Award. He has received funding from the National Science Foundation, from Ford Motor Company, and Home Depot, and he is on the forefront of research into curriculum and sustainability. And he's got one message for you, and that is, maybe you don't need a house. Maybe what you need is a dumpster. That's right. Professor Wilson used to live in a 2,500 square foot house. He now lives in a converted dumpster that has, get this, 33 square feet of space. Now, he moved into the dumpster as a test of his convictions about sustainable living. It's part of his Project Dumpster. He wanted to build a low-impact, zero-net waste dwelling that would have as little impact on the planet as possible. Now, here's a rundown of what he has in his dumpster. He has 33 square feet of living space. He has a bed. He has 4 pairs of pants. He has 4 shirts. He has 3 pairs of shoes, 3 hats, 9 bow ties, all stored in a false floor with some cooking equipment designed for camping. Here's what he doesn't have. He doesn't have a shower, a sink, or a toilet. He doesn't have a washer or a dryer. He doesn't have a closet. He doesn't have a desk. He doesn't have running water. He doesn't have insulation. Now, recently he upgraded the dumpster so that now he has a sliding roof so that it doesn't rain on him. And they added an air conditioner because the temperature used to get to 130 degrees without one. And in the future, he hopes to add solar panels, a sleeping loft, a rainwater collection system, solar shower, and a garden. But here's the big thing. Over the last 3 months, and this is a project in which he's been living in this thing for many, many months, he has been able to pare down his life to the bare essentials. He's been able to ask himself the questions, well, what do I need to live? What's the bare minimum? What are the things that are absolutely essential to my life? And here's the big one. What are the things that I can count on the community to provide? All of those questions have been things that he has struggled with Project Dumpster, and it's been a fascinating experiment in sustainability. Imagine if people were able to get rid of all the junk that they have. Imagine if they were able to just strip away all the things that we've accumulated over the years, all the things that we think we need, all the things that we think we need to prove that we've made it. Well, in a word, that's Project Dumpster. That's us looking very intelligently at what we need for sustainability and making the smallest footprint on the earth as possible. Now, I'm not a hippie, and I'm not one of these people who's going to say, well, we should all live in a dumpster, or even that we should all live in a tiny house, or even that we should all live in a micro apartment. I think everyone needs to make a choice on their own about how much space they need and how much of an impact on Earth that they're going to have. Personally, in my life, I have sort of a built-in countdown timer. Every time I move, I have to consider what comes with me. And since I'm moving every 2 to 6 years, it means that every half decade, I'm clearing out all the clutter, and it doesn't make the trip with me to my next house. But I think most of us could have a serious conversation about what we need. With us being so mobile, with our generation being so connected, with us being citizens of the world, with us not wanting to use the benchmarks of past generations as to how big our cars are and how big our houses are, maybe most of us could have a higher quality of life if we all lived in a smaller house.